One of the first questions we got is, why do we figure eight fiber optic cable? The answer to that's very simple. Fiber optic cable generally comes on very large reels with 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 miles of cable on a reel. During the placement of the cable, we never want to cut this. The fewer splices in the cable, the better it is for the end customer. During the burying process, whenever we come to an obstacle, whether it be an oil road, an approach, a shallow gas line, another utility, we have to get under it. The only way to get under it is to unroll that entire remainder of that cable off of the trailer so we can get to the end, so we can get the end underneath of the obstacle. When we lay this out on the ground, it generally lays out in what looks like a figure-8 pattern. Thus, it's been nicknamed figure-eighting cable. Basically the process of just getting to the end. Once we get to the end, we go under the obstacle, we roll the cable back up on the rail, and then we can continue on the way. When we're figure-eighting cable by hand, we get the guys out there and we lay this cable out in the prettiest little figure-8 you ever saw. When we got done, we ended up having to put 2 or 3 people around this pile to untangle it again. What I'm referring to on a tight figure-8 is when we're figure-eighting cable, we come out here and we go like this with our figure-8, and we got all the ends right here on top of each other. And we painstakingly lay that out in a very tight 8. However, we've learned this is the one that's actually tangled. We can do this with our cable trailer at the rate of 750 feet a minute safely. What we look for when we put out a figure-8 with our trailer is when we come out with our figure-8, what we want to do is come down like this and figure-8 and have these what we call X's on the end of our cable, so that one end does not get caught under the other end. What happens when we do this, we end up with a pile of cable that looks like a plate of spaghetti. However, this pile is not tangled. Hard to believe, but that's the way it works.